Hi Libra, welcome to your August forecast. We have a mother's helper over there, little fur body, kind of like dominating what we need to do. So let's jump right into the action. So it's going to be a quick Celtic spread within YouTube time. I'm trying to get it under 10 minutes so you kind of get the information. Make sure also that you listen to my full moon in Aquarius. That is going to be effective all the way until 6th or 7th this month, where you literally can do things that can guarantee you getting whatever you want. I mean, I can give you a short spin of it, but it's not the simplistic. Short spin is you set your needs aside, you do things for the others because the full moon is in Aquarius, and you don't do it with intention to get your means kind of like taken care of, but literally because you want to. So you have to find a cause that you really enjoy doing. During that process, you'll be getting lots of messages, and you need to recognize them, you need to write them down, and you need to take steps toward that kind of like outcome. And that outcome is going to be the path toward what you want. So you're getting the Priestess. This is just confirming everything that I said. That's that intuitive side. That's kind of like understanding. That's kind of like weeding out the weed from crop. And there is like some love. There is like the Ace of Cups. It's talking about some kind of flirtation. Maybe you're kind of, they're both kind of like water. You're going to feel very immersed into someone. You're going to feel this is kind of like doable. This is kind of like workable. It's going to feel actually pretty good. So the bottom of the deck is dreams. You probably are starting to mingle. You're starting to communicate, even the people who are very different from you. And that's also going to be very helpful. You're an air sign. The air signs, even though our mode of kind of like interaction is also online, and we don't mind that, we are getting pandemic fatigue. We kind of like need to be out there. We need to kind of like feed from energy that we can do, and you are the sign that needs to kind of have balance. Everything is working out of balance. So maybe you retrieve, because I'm getting all of these water cards, all of the cups, 7 of Cups. You're getting maybe a little bit in your dream world, and that's what makes you a little bit different from the other other air signs. You kind of like are more grounded in sense that relationships are really important for you, and that debate is really important to you as well. And you want to kind of like work on the compromise. You want to work on things. So now you have a fire kitten. Prepare to be busy, very busy. Then you have a 9 of Fire, 9 of Wands, Page of Wands. Then you have Strength. Look at this now. It's all of a sudden fire, fire, fire. Fire and water is like steam. Something is going to be steamy. The Cat, something has already happened. Something is already working out. So this one, which one is the first major arcana? Oh my gosh, you have the World. You have the Tower. Maybe there was some kind of shakedown of some sort, or some shakedown is going to be needed in order for these up in the sky, pie in the sky ideas to get more grounded, because something is already happening. It's not in a stage of kind of like actively working on it, but the seed is there. Seed is percolating. It has taken off. So just, you already are feeling that you want to risk something. Then you have Earth Kitten, or Page of Pentacles. You have 7 of Wands, 7 of Fire. You have Sea Queen. You're going to be all emotion, all flirt. You'll be attracting people like bees to honey. Oh, what a beautiful position. And I don't know, you might be looking into fixed signs. You might be looking at Leo, or you're like really enjoying this Leo energy. This is a good sign for you. It's kind of like a sister sign, I would say. You might be looking at Aries. You might be looking at Aquarius, at Scorpio, or Taurus. Air signs also are indicated with the Cat card, right? You have a 3 of Fire over here. It is somebody set their eyes on you. Somebody is heading toward you. Look at that. This is the first basically step. This is it. This is focus, ready, go. It's going to be one of those things. And you're more than willing to be very receptive. But at the same time, you're setting boundaries over here. You are kind of like very realistic about how things need to happen. Six of Sky, this is hopes and fears. Maybe, look at the kitty has a few scratches, but it's leaving something that's freaking ugly, right? And saving, it's kind of like when I say cut your losses and go. Just go. You can always go back. This is kind of like bridge over troubled waters. Maybe you need somebody to simply take you out of whatever you're at, whatever you're dealing with. Maybe you just simply, you need to leave somebody, period. Leave things behind you and just say it's enough, it's enough. And I can see that here. Look at that. These two situations are going to be where you're going to show your really, really sharp claws. It almost looks like that you had this kind of like intrigued. Be very careful, though, not to find yourself in a situation where you're so mesmerized, intrigued, that you kind of like jump in some kind of like fry in a situation that you really didn't think through it. With general air signs, we are like really very adventurous. We don't spend too much time thinking, but we have the agility to kind of get ourselves out of the situation. Now, this is like that kind of counsel over here. Counsel of the wise. It's really thinking what to do, how to proceed. It almost like sounds to me that it could be also somebody that you have on and off, some situation. It could be somebody who has a kid, or you have a child. Maybe you have a special need child and you feel that maybe as much as you're accepted, that maybe your child, your dog, your cat, or something isn't and doesn't sit well with you, you're not going to give this up. So basically you're slamming your foot on the table, right? That's why you have the strength. It's not going to be vicious. You're not going to be, it's kind of weird. You guys have that ability to morph, right? What was that thing from Star Trek, right? This kind of like shapeshifters, right? You can go from strong to soft to flirty, like ta 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 ta. You just kind of like say to yourself, and whenever they want to kind of like judge you on something, you're able to modify yourself. So that kind of like works. And then you have the floating cat. It could be a little bit of a status quo, but I really think this goes back to what I told you, full moon in Aquarius, right? Floating cat is about looking at a different perspective, telling somebody, okay, you know what? Let it be your way. And I'm not doing this to say, told you so later. I'm doing this because I truly want to understand what you see. Because you're seeing me in a certain way, in certain light, that I don't see myself. I'm not even comprehending that I could possibly be that person you're trying to paint me as, right? So this is like the big heart of yours that is allowing those concessions. There's like something that you're going to be greatly rewarded with, but it might be some kind of shakedown before that happens. I have also drawn one card from Wisdom Oracle, and the card that I got is Clean It Up. I'm going to read to you what it says. They're like essential meanings, which is getting to the core of a situation, freedom from a burden, cleaning house, sweeping away what is no longer needed. So kind of like finishing business. And here is the relationship message. Time to clear the air. Take a look at your side of the street and say what's on your mind. Sweep away the old stuff so that the spring breeze can flow through with new energy. It's the perfect time to do an inventory of your dynamics and see what's yours and what's not yours, to clean up the relationship. Everyone brings some baggage. Sort through what you brought with you and let go of what is no longer needed. Become unencumbered and your relationship will flourish. So my dear Libra, not a bad thing. You are showing that you are air sign, but also showing a huge generosity and huge love that now can resurface. Somebody else is ready. Somebody else might be from the past. Maybe you need some stability. Maybe you need to put things together properly, because tower usually show up when things kind of like shake up and they have to collapse in order to be placed together, just like my house after the earthquake in Croatia. So guys, if you haven't so far, kind of follow me on Instagram. You can get your daily dose of tarot. And of course, to get your reading with me, contact me via cattarot.ca. My readings are coming in different time lengths, and for the longer readings, I also look into your astrology chart, so that way I can understand aspects and how they relate with tarot as well. I love you guys. Wish you all the best. Have a wonderful month, and clean it up. All the best.